Hey everybody, so it's supposed to rain all week, so I thought I would sit down and try to do some sewing. Not sure how much I can show you, but I'll do my best to take you through the steps. I am not a pattern sewer per se. Well, you'll see. Okay, so I have this old shirt that I just cut out to make kind of like a pattern. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to make a dress out of this material or just a blouse. So right now I'm just going to cut it out the way that it's laying there. And I kind of folded over the bottom a little bit so it didn't have such a flare. And if I want to make a dress out of it, what I plan to do is cut it probably in this area here or this area here and add some black, because that's what I have. And that would extend it down to make it dress length. I very rarely buy material from a material place. And man, it's really expensive. Noticed something in my speech. It's because I got a tooth pulled. And I've got just a little bit of swelling still. And sometimes I don't realize how much maybe I slur my words until I watch the video. So anyway, that's that. Okay, let's get started cutting. So I'm actually going to need 2 of these. And I'm not allowing for any seam allowance because this material is very stretchy. It's time for the sleeves. Fold this, and I'm going to make my sleeves just a little bit longer than what I had on the red. Here's my sleeve. That water dripping you're hearing is there because of the air conditioner. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to fold it in half because I need 2 sleeves. I don't have to cut so much. So you need a nice, good pair of scissors. Then I can lay this on here. Once again, I'm not going to give it very much room for a seam allowance. But see, that's going to add 2 more inches to my sleeve, which is what I want. I just get to cutting. Sleeve is folded. Alrighty, so that gives me a front and a back. And this gives me 2 sleeves. I am going to watch a couple of tutorials on pockets because I really would like this to have pockets. And my first attempt at putting in a pocket wasn't very good. So I don't know if I want to mess this up right now because I'm really liking how it's going to turn out or what. But I think I'll go ahead and cut out the pockets and yeah, just think about it a little bit. Just take a scrap that I have, and I think I'm just going to make 1 pocket. Okay, so place my hand on there and kind of see where my hand's going to go. I'm making it for the right side pocket. So give myself some boundaries here, like this little star. I know I would probably like to make it go a little bit further than that. My hand open. Okay, so just eyeballing it, I think I have an idea. So we'll get started cutting. I don't know. I think that'll work, don't you? Okay, we're going to see if that works or not. Oh no, I still might not put it in, but we'll see. Depends on how many tutorials I watch between now and actually putting the dress together. I decided to go with this material though, because it has the same stretch as this. Basically what I've done here is I've already got it folded in half, and I just wanted to make sure for sure that I was having the stretch go the same way, and it does. So I'm going to scoot it out of the way a little bit, and then I'm going to actually cut the dress. I think I have a plan. So I'm going to fold this up and bring it up. This is both front and back. I've decided that I'm going to just basically make one cut, 4 inches from the bottom. Four inches or 5 inches is what it really amounts to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Cuts this in half. All right, let's get set up to cut this out. So I'll have to cut 2 of these. One for the front and one for the back. Let me mess around with this a little bit. I'll probably do some pinning and make sure that the black material is the same width all the way through. Just gonna go for it. Get back here. I tackle anything else. Get to sewing the front sides together. I don't want any pull on this, so a little back stitch. Okay. I'm always going to hold it up here so I don't get any pull. Okay, now I'm going to take that bottom piece that we cut, you know, because it created 2 separate pieces. And I'm not going to pin it. I really should, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to make sure that right sides are together. I'm going to make sure that it matches up with this other side here. I'm going to throw this piece up over my shoulder to keep it from tugging. I could cut this on down. Here goes. Okay, so let's get the other side done. I was getting in a hurry because I hadn't eaten anything and I wanted to get up and eat, but I wanted to finish this side. Look what I did. So now I gotta rip that off. Gotta rip it off and make it right. I cannot find a seam ripper anywhere in my supplies. So I'm just gonna use this little bitty pair of scissors and see what I can get done. I know I have a seam ripper because I saw it. If I break that off, and this one just comes right off. All right, now let me see if I can get it pinned to the right side with right sides together, and I'll get that restitched. So I did eat, and now I feel a lot better, because you have to be calm when you make mistakes, and just go back and make them right. That's all. Just like in life, if you make a mistake, you just be calm and just make it right. Okay, so right sides are together. I feel like working on the sleeves now, so that's what I'm going to do. Making sure that front sides are together. And we'll go ahead and use some pins. I'm going to sew right across there and right across there. Alrighty, I got those sewed together. So you want to open up your garment. I'm going to turn it around to the side so that I can see the opening for my sleeve. With right sides together, I'm going to find my middle first on my sleeve. Let me do that first. Okay, so there's the middle. Just fold it in half to find your middle. And it's going to go right there on that seam allowance. And this I do need to pin. And pin it. After I get 2 or 3 pins in, and there again, I need to make sure that this is going to end up, that this edge is going to end up on this edge, onto the bodies of the garment. The bodies of the garment. Because in essence, you're working with the front side and the back side, which and that's what your sleeve should look like on there. Okay, everything should be good. I'm just going the width of the foot feed there. For whatever reason, the top probably got pulled just a little bit. So you just tuck it in and just some seamstress will go ahead and make little notches through the curve. I don't worry about it too much. Now I'm cutting out for my second piece of addition, which may or may not be the bottom of the dress. I have to try it on to see if I need to add any more, and if I do, I can piece enough of this together to put it on the bottom. It's coming together. I did a quick look to make sure that things were lining up. This is the sleeve, so the underarm. And then I drew it this way. It looked like those were lining up front to back, so that was good. And it looked like these were also lining up front to back. I had one of those 9-inch pieces that I put on the bottom left, so what I'm going to do is fold this in. This is the sleeve. The thing I'm going to do is fold this in half and make me 2 pieces. And get your first pin in, and then it'll be easier. Sleeve. And I am pulling this just a little bit, not much. I like to have arm room in my dresses and blouses. And I'm tugging both the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm wanting a V neckline front and divide it that way. I know exactly where my middle is to put the tip of my V. And make my V. Okay, so there's my V. decided to make it just a little bit deeper. So here's the shoulder. Here's the middle of the front. So I'm not going to change this. I'm just going to change this. And come down, oh, another 1.5 inches. And then go right into that. This is the center of the back. And this is the V in the front. So I'm going to put this under my material and mark me a line and just make me a facing. Okay, I decided to nix that idea for now, and I'm just going to fold it under and do an 1/8 inch fold over and sew it. The back. All right, I'm going to sew it up. Tried on the neckline and I liked it, so we're going to basically leave it like that. I might do one more thing, but we'll see. So on the sleeve, I figured I needed just a little bit of extra right under the arm. So I'm just going to put, as you can see, just a small piece in and then just graduate it to fit in just right under the arm. Okay, let's get some sewing and get this thing pretty much put together. Okay, so that's that little piece right under the arm that I'm going to graduate into, just giving me a little more room in my underarm. All right, now it's time to put front sides together and sew this up. That first little area where we split it, as long as the tops match up, that's all I'm worried about right now. Pin it there. And then I want to come down here and make sure that my seams here line up. I started this at about 9 o'clock this morning, and it's about 10 o'clock tonight. But, you know, through all that, I went to church, I cleaned up the kitchen, I fixed myself some food. You know, I did a lot of things.
Well, we're going to start transitioning that in under this arm.
Now up to that piece that I put in. All right, we're going to move on up to the sleeve. Out. Okay. Do you guys remember that pocket that I cut out that I'm going to try? Okay, so I stuck it in here with right sides together, I'm going to sew that up first. And then I'm going to bring the pocket out and sew up the side. Whether it's a church dress, a run around the house dress, or a garden dress, it's going to be done. And I'll pull that pocket out like that. Okay, let's get this other one. Let's pull that pocket out. Okay, now I'm going to go lay it back down over there. Let's go around the pocket this big. "20 minutes till 12. I've spent all day on this. Like I said, I marks on my arms because I know that you probably seen them. I think that those are blood blisters. When I'm scratching or if I run into something, it seems to be not exactly like a bruise, but like a blood blister. And I think that it has to do with my blood platelets. But I'm going to go see the doctor in a couple of weeks and kind of talk to him about those because they are, they don't happen all the time. They only happen once in a while. So I'm not sure what's going on. I've got a little bitty one on that arm. So you are going to be seeing those in the videos. So I don't want you to be alarmed that I'm getting burnt or anything like that. It's just that I'm running into things or I'm scratching myself too hard if I have an itch, and it's just causing those blood cells or platelets or whatever they are to come up on the skin and form blood blisters. Anyway, I thought I'd just tell you that. And my tooth is feeling a lot better. But if you've noticed in some of my videos that I'm talking a little funny, it's because I'm still getting used to that tooth not being there. And I'm not quite sure where to put my tongue when I say certain words. Good night, you guys. Till next time. Just go out and do what you can.